What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV. This video is all about the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and switching from an iPhone 15 Pro Max because I saw this Reddit post. And I love to go through these because I think they're very interesting because I hate that the Samsung Galaxy and Androids get overall. And this just shows you that there are iPhone people out there that want to switch and it's not that scary. This guy's post starts off with switched from the 15 Pro Max from iPhone and loving the experience with the Fold 7. If you're on the fence, this might tip the scales. I've been using iPhones since the 3GS, which, man, I started with the 3G and I loved that phone. It's got to be one of my top favorite phones of all time. It was so great. It was fast on 3G and having apps was mind-blowing. Even tried the Fold 3 and OnePlus Open, but each time it felt like something was missing. Ooh. The Fold 7, however, is a different experience altogether. Smooth and effortless, totally agree. And for anyone running their own business, the multitasking on the move makes life so much easier. Completely agree. I love having two windows open when I'm trying to figure something out. And I'm like, okay, what is it? Super simple, and it makes things a lot better. I also, which I want to add on, and you guys are going to be like, well, you can multitask it on every Android phone. Totally true. You can also do that on the Fold 3 and the OnePlus Open. I agree. But still, obviously, he's finding value in it in the Fold 7. I also didn't fancy the whole frosted glass UI of iOS 26. Man, do I agree with you more than I already sold my iPhone. But yes, I hate that frosted look. It makes it look cheap, honestly. One UI seems cleaner without transparency and other factors getting in the way. One of the things I love about One UI is the look, the feel, and the function. All three of those work so well with the Samsung Galaxy One UI software. I wish the Google keyboard on the Fold 7 had a voice typing prowess of the Pixel, or is at least on par with iPhone. I feel it leaves much to be desired. Also, he's using the Futo keyboard for now to get around this. I tried the Futo keyboard for about 5 minutes. I'll be honest, I couldn't stand it, deleted it, and I put back, because I'd never heard of it, and I put back this one that I have right here. So I absolutely love, I love Gboard. It could definitely be improved I do make a lot of typing mistakes, and sometimes it doesn't fix them. It does more times than not, but a lot of times it doesn't. And then voice, it does mess up a fair amount of words. I love voice typing though. It's something, I use that more than almost anything. I like the universal back gesture, and also one-hand operation makes navigation a breeze. I don't really use one-hand operation, honestly, but I do love me some back gestures, being able to come here and just swipe back, which you can't, it's done working. There we go. To go back like that, I love having that as a gesture. It's awesome. I wish iPhone would do that. I don't know why they don't do it. It fits totally in line with what they do. You can use it in some apps, like if I remember, like the Photos app, and some apps you can do a similar back gesture on the left-hand side of the phone, and it does work. It doesn't work for every app though, and it's stupid. I don't know why. I miss the iPhone when I need to shoot videos during the night. Fold 7 is horrible at it. Unfortunately, is there a way to shoot better quality low-light videos? I actually don't shoot a lot of low-light videos. When I do, I will turn on the light so you can open up your camera, and when you're in video, there is a button at the top. You probably can't see it, but there's a little flash button up there. You can turn that on, and when you record video, this light will be on for you, or you can set it to auto, so it's up to you. But it's nice to have that, and you can get some better quality looking video in general with it. But I wanted to dive also into some of these comments because another guy wrote, same, switched from the 15 Pro, started with the iPhone, same iPhone as you, which is over 10 years ago, man. It's like, what, 13 years ago, something crazy like that? Maybe more than that. Never thought I'd move from iOS, but it started to become boring, and the idea of a Fold really piqued my interest. I have to say, I'm absolutely loving the Fold so far, apart from a little battery issue, which I don't know honestly don't know what he's talking about. Going to factory reset and set up manually. I mean, I don't have great battery life, but I don't have any issues, I would say, with that. Like, nothing's broken. And then the guy that created the article said, absolutely with you on this. iOS has pretty much stayed the same over the last few years, and it started to feel a bit dull. Fold 7 is really a breath of fresh air. Gemini is leagues ahead of Siri. Completely agree. It's been Google in general, even when it was just Google Google Assistant, it was better than Siri. I'm actually enjoying discovering new ways of doing things. It genuinely feels like the phone is working for me rather than me having to adjust to the way the phone wants to work. Those two lines are very, very profound. I want to dive a little bit deeper into them, saying that discovering new ways of doing things, it genuinely feels like the phone is so genuinely things are feeling new. You know, when I jumped from iPhone 5 over to I guess it was a Samsung Galaxy Note, 2 or 3 at the time. Man, because I love tech and I love tinkering, at least I did more so back then. And there was so many little things and settings and things you could change, and I loved it. It was so different and more fun than the iPhone. So to go from an iPhone right now over to a Samsung Galaxy phone, and if you've never really been on the Android side, especially Samsung Galaxy side, all those things are going to feel so new and fresh and exciting. It's really awesome. And then the other part of that, saying that he doesn't have to adjust to the way the phone works. You know, they want him to use the phone. It'll work basically how you want to use it. And it's totally true. Everything from multitasking. Multitasking is built into the phone. You don't have to figure out how you can get to 2 apps really quick. You can have them both up at the same time and on a big display at that. There's many, many more ways that iPhone is holding people back. Full-on theming, you can do that with a Galaxy phone. You can just look at Good Lock alone. The Good Lock app is crazy, the amount of things you can change and do in that. And iPhone can't hold a candle to that. Other than that, the people aren't really saying anything too crazy on there, saying try log video to help with low light video. And when you switch from one to the other, it does feel really refreshing. And you really don't have anything to be scared about. I feel like, honestly, an Android phone is easier to use than an iPhone. Of course, you can have all that muscle memory from an iPhone, but if you're new to phones, I could definitely get you, especially nowadays, I could definitely have a person that's never used a phone or is new to phones to get used to much faster a Galaxy phone, because you can do the gestures, which I think are difficult for new people or older people, but Android still has the 3-button layout, the back button, the home button, the recent apps button. And I have that set up with my dad. And my dad's got an apps button, so he has enough to swipe up to see his apps, making it much easier for him, for instance, to use his phone. So it's nice to have both ways of being able to do it on Android. You don't have that on an iPhone. There's so many cool things you can do on the Android version that you cannot even do on an iPhone. And I think this article, in a short little piece, really shows that. Let me know your thoughts on this, and grab a Z Fold 7. It's an awesome device. We'll see you guys down the road. Peace.